Now, this is Donna, and she doesn't want to be on video.
Hey, y'all got me on the last time.
You're so pretty. Why would you not want to be on video?
Pictures, I
Well, you shouldn't.
do.
We had to come in. The battery overheated out in the sun, and it got so hot I couldn't even hold the battery. So we took it off. We took it out and put the battery in the freezer for a few minutes.
You would?
Anyhow, say hi, Dom.
She's hiding behind the fuzz.
What you want to show us, Jack? What you been up to? Let's
What
see.
we've been up to,
Let's
we've
see
been
your
up to a
museum.
lot. But of course, these are my crown jewels, my babies. This is Henry 44, an 1851 Navy steel. Henry 44 was made in honor of the peace treaty. The Navy steel was made in honor of John C. and Rosanna love story and the Pawpaw Tree incident.
Right.
So of course they are all laser etched. You can see in the gold chamber there, you can see the Pawpaw Tree shooting incident etched in there. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can see it or
And
not.
there's Rosanna on the handle.
Yeah, and John C.'s on the other side.
Okay. He's on
And this is the Hatfield side of the gun, and the other side is the McCoy side.
really.
Shows the Logan Wildcats and Devil Anse and Ephraim, first settler, and of course Devil Anse himself and the tug.
Yeah, Rio signed it, huh?
Yeah, that's actually an etching.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah, and I have my name engraved in it because it makes the value go up
Oh, you did? Where's yours at?
on the top.
Oh, I see it now.
Just because it's, with the ownership, it'll improve the value of it just because it was owned by
yeah,
Devil
it's a
Anse's
direct
grandchildren.
descendant. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
They
right.
only sold the first 10 to direct descendants, and these are number 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
The first 10 were reserved. Rio got number 1, of course.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and then Ron, I think, got number 2. And I don't know who got the others, but there's the McCoy cabin.
Right. Here's the McCoy side. There's the cabin.
And the well, where we burned the cabin down.
Yeah.
And then 8 of 150 of them ever made, and then you got Asa Harmon.
So there's,
McCoy,
right, there's
Hog
only a
Trial,
total of
Hanging.
150 of those then, right?
Yeah, but there ain't even 150 ever made. They were never 150 made.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd be shocked if there's 50 of them.
But it's got Asa right here, Randall right there.
The Hog Trial
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that. It sure is, isn't it?
and his cabin in the
Preacher
background.
Ance's cabin right there.
Kentucky, West Virginia flag.
Huh. There's a lot of stuff on that gun in there.
Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff. I didn't even notice it.
whole story.
I mean, I've seen the gun before, but I never noticed all that.
And then of course John C. on the
Yeah, John C.
1851
Roseanne's on the other
Navy
side. That
steel.
is really cool.
150-year feud.
That is really cool.
I don't know how my plexiglass has gotten so scratched.
So are these working?
I've never shot them.
Are they supposed to be?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So they've never been fired?
No, never.
Ooh.
Nope.
I'd love to, but it'd ruin the value.
I know, I can't. I've never shot
It's a
Devil Ance's
used gun once you shoot it.
I know. I've never shot Devil Ance's gun either.
Yeah.
This one, Judy. So this gun, he had, of course, our troll had to try to discredit it and do a video discrediting it. He didn't have just one 1850, just one. I was thinking of the Navy steel pistol. He didn't have just one 1897 gun. This was known. This and the Henry 44 was known to be his favorite guns
Right.
because of their accuracy. So this is one of his many guns. The man didn't have just one gun.
Right.
And it's even in magazines, several magazines. There's that 1950s Guns magazine is one of them, that have articles about him owning this gun for its accuracy, and that's actually how it became known as the trench gun in World War I and II, because of its accuracy. Same thing. But this one was his. Judy, I can't say her age. She's been around a while. Wouldn't know it, but she's been around a while.
I like Judy.
I
like Judy. She's
and
Judy. If you're watching, honey, we love you.
love you more than anything, and she knows that. But it was given to her when she was 4 years old, when her dad was taking her to Florida, and leaving Hatfield McCoy country. Craig, which was Devil Ance's grandson, my great grandfather, he gave her this gun. So she could take a piece of history with her.
Right. To when she moved away.
Yep.
Take a little piece of the family.
A little piece of family history with her. And she had it in her attic for, well, can't say how many years, but many, many years.
Yeah, right. We're back to that, ain't we?
Yeah. She'd shoot me for many, many years. She, of course, has helped with, everything that we've done here. And she loved everything that we'd done and turned the gun over to me and wrote its story and its provenance, and so I have all that notarized and to make sure it stays legitimate. Anyways,
what you got up there?
Oh yeah, that's new. That was Henry Drury's rifle. Yep. That one was manufactured in the early 50s.
What is that? What caliber is that?
I can't remember. Off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Can I look at it?
Yeah, wait, pull it down. Look at it. Okay. Yeah.
You're a big time YouTuber now, Dan. Okay.
And it's marked
22. It's what I thought.
Since you got it down, where's it at? Right here. HD. I don't know if they can see that. The HD Hatfield engraved in it right there. Yeah, stamped it in there years ago.
That is cool.
That's how we knew.
She's not loaded, is
tracked it down.
Okay.
No, it's not loaded.
Always check.
Look at it's.
Yeah, the feed.
Yeah.
Check his feed out.
How cool is that?
It's in the butt. They usually come off. Mine comes off up there. This is really cool. And you just twist it back in there and lock it.
Yeah. A guy stopped by here one day, said, I got something I think you're interested in buying.
Long or short?
I don't know. I'd say long.
22 long. Yep. 22L.
22?
22
Couldn't
long.
remember. It's been a minute since I researched it and put it up there. Of course, I had to call, run the serial number, all that stuff. But, yeah, so, it belonged to Henry Drury, Senator, Governor.
Would you like to explain who Henry Drury is?
Henry Drury was Devil Ance's nephew. He was a medical doctor. Story is during the feud, he was the family doctor that patched everybody up. So when we were, the Diggers TV show's done a dig here, as well as some local diggers, and then of course all of us with Danny on videos. So during some of our earlier digs, prior to your videos, we found penicillin bottles and salve. This is actually the original
penicillin bottle. Look at that.
And then the salve bottle that we found right near it. This is that's sort of a replica. I tried to get the same one, but it didn't work out. And then we also found his World War, I think it was one he was in, a medical lapel pin where he was head of the medical corps in World War One. So our assumption for the pin is when he was here for the funeral. Right. He was in his dress blues for the funeral, and then it fell off during the funeral's guests. This is also a photo of the funeral that everybody loves. That one, as you can see, there's a crap ton of people here at the house. Yeah. There was, I don't know if I told you this in your prior video, but C&O Railway knew when he passed it was going to be a big deal. So C&O Railway organized a funeral train to bring in people.
Brought them up here to the home place. Yeah, exactly. I didn't notice that. There's the wagons that they used. I didn't notice that.
So you're camping in Fred's pen.
Yeah,
This
right
is Fred's
there.
pen right here. There's that.
Right
That's
there,
that
my
tree
pen.
I refused to cut
Yeah,
down up
yeah, the
front.
old dead one.
Yep, I won't cut it down. But yeah, so you're parked about right there. Is where you're camping.
That is so cool, guys. I'm actually camping right there.
And there's Fred.
Yeah, there's Fred. Look there. Can y'all see him right there? That's Fred. Ain't there another picture of him over there
Yeah, over
somewhere?
here on the behind the or in front of the hideout.
There it is. There it is. There it is. There's Fred, guys. In case anybody's curious.
Yeah, and his horseshoes below you.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. I'm camping in Devil Ance's yard, but in Fred's home. Yeah. Tell me I won't sleep in a stable.
That's funny. But yeah, that's where we think the gun was. The guy told me he won it in a poker match
Really?
from a descendant. I don't know. It was a long time ago. He said he's had it forever. And he saw where I opened this and brought it by. I thought I might be interested in buying it, which of course I was.
Yeah, no doubt.
Had to do some research on it to try to
Verify what
authenticate
it was, right?
Yeah, as much as I could, but you know, it's hard to identify these things. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Back in the day, the records weren't as
Yeah, they didn't
good
really.
as-
They didn't even. A lot of guns didn't even have serial numbers on them.
No.
You know, they just made it and
This
sold
one,
it.
of course, had a serial number on it, but only thing they tracked back then was the manufacture date.
Right.
So on this one, I can't buy the serial number, which I've done, and I have, you know, everything, all the paperwork from Winchester. Well, it's actually from Wild Buffalo Bill Museum. They actually bought all of Winchester. Well, I don't know if they bought them, but they have all of Winchester's old archives.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, they looked it up for me, and the only thing it could tell me was the date it was made. They can't tell you any ownership,
Who bought it, or
where it
right.
was shipped to, or nothing. Can't tell you anything except the
Yeah,
date
they
it was
can.
made.
Yeah, you buy a gun nowadays, they can tell you what size shoe you wear.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then some, right? Of course, this is my favorite story about him and the bears on the
Yeah.
property.
Yeah.
He raised 3 cub bears here on the property.
Look at them wearing muzzles, doing tricks.
Up on poles.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Smith or Patterson right there. On the bottom left.
Okay, yeah, right there.
Yep. I think it's Crockett up here. Devil Ants and Crockett there with the bears. And Devil Ants holding 2 of the cub bears on
Yeah.
chains.
I think I want a bear for a pet.
Yeah. How about 3?
I'd do
Let's
it.
see. Well, you know, he consulted the railway after he sold them the land. He consulted them.
Right, yes.
So they gave him those. You remember those white and black striped overalls for the railroad?
Yeah.
They
yeah.
were actually made by what became Oshkosh B'gosh,
Uh-huh.
and this was the button that was on them.
Really?
So they had gifted him a pair of those overalls when he was consulting.
For the railroad.
Yeah, but of course
Right.
they burnt in the home fire, and that's
Yeah,
the,
well,
button.
the lack. But
Yeah.
when the railroad came through, they wanted to bring the railroad through for the coal, obviously.
Yep.
But they didn't know, you know, it has to be a certain railroad grade.
yes,
And no one knew the area as well
it's
as
him. Yep.
Devil Ants. So the railroad, they hired Devil Ants to lay out all of the railroad tracks in this area.
Yeah, he was a smart. Then you know that's why there's no railroad tracks right here at the home place. You notice that? There's railroad tracks everywhere, but ain't none right here. You notice that?
Yeah, can you blame him? Yeah, you're the one doing it.
But anyways, he was a smart man, buddy. He tripled down on his investment. I mean,
Yeah.
he bought land,
He was
timbered it,
Very
sold
wealthy.
the land to coal companies and railways, and then consulted them on where to find the coal and the easiest way to get it out on the train.
Yeah, yeah.
He was a smart man, buddy.
Yeah, he was. That's why he died very wealthy.
Yes, he did.
He died very wealthy.
And unfortunately, it's all gone.
Yeah, unfortunately. Huh?
All this is on my own dime. My 401k is everything I've invested here.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm out too. So, but this button and a lot of other keepsakes were found together. So we're thinking that he probably had a keepsake box,
hmm
and the box, of course, was wood and burned around it. But we found all the metal things there.
In a big
So
pile after the fire. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got you.
The digger, I think it was the diggers or the local guys, I can't remember,
Okay.
that dug it up. But I think the local guys dug it up, actually. And it's where they assumed and thought the bedroom of the house might be.
Right.
But you had that button. There was all these coins here. So there's a 18... What is it? I think it's 1841 or something like that. Liberty dime, an Indian wheathead penny, and a New Zealand nickel.
Really?
I don't know why New Zealand.
Why?
nickel.
Yeah, really. Why would he have a New Zealand nickel?
But they found all those coins, that button, and what we believe to be his Civil War uniform belt buckle, sash buckle, all together at the same.
Yeah.
pile.
That's the jar we found.
Yeah, that's the
it?
jar. Yeah, we found on video with the coins.
Those of you saw our other video, we stayed here once before. We did metal detecting, Danny and I, and we found that jar right there full of old coins buried in the hill behind the house.
There's more in here that we've done. There's some that I haven't put in. I ain't got space.
Really? Yeah,
But
yeah.
here's all those cannon jar lids and stuff we found.
I remember them.
And these two coins here we found. You and Danny found. Of course,
That's a beast, ain't he?
Huh?
That's a beast, ain't he?
Yeah. And didn't we find that knife? I can't remember.
No, I didn't
You didn't
find the
find the
knife.
knife?
No, I did not find the knife. It
Danny
might
did.
have been Danny.
Danny did probably before you came or after you came once. Of course, salt pepper shaker we found. Levice, my great grandmother, this is her rouge case.
Yeah.
And that's a replica I bought, so you can kind of see what it really looked like.
Now, in case anybody's curious, that's Devil Ance's wife, and that's her little makeup case right there.
Yep. Belt buckles. We think those were from shoes.
That's a picture of her there. Her and Devil Ance together right there.
The keys even crumbling in the case. Ain't
Oh, it is, isn't
nobody
it?
even touching it, and it's still crumbling in the case.
Really?
Yeah. There's a nice metal decorative ornament that somewhat melted from the fire.
Yeah, I noticed the feet from their wood stove, from their coal stove. That's the feet
Yep.
from their wood stove right
found-
there.
Or no, I didn't. One of the digger guys found one here. You know where the other one popped up at? Neighbor found it in the creek.
Really?
Yeah. And he brought it up here and said, I found this. I think it belonged to the home when home burned. And I said, what? And then I thought, well, hell, I think I already have the other one. And I went in the box and looked, and if it wasn't identical.
That one's got a little bit of pitting in it. Looks like it's been laying in water.
Yep.
I'm guessing that's the one that was in the water.
I think so.
Huh.
And this one, of course, was in the dirt.
Right.
So, of course, I had to
Clean them up.
clean them up and
Repaint
paint
'em.
them, seal them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, all these, now these bullets here you didn't find.
Okay.
But any of these other bullets here are bullets and stuff that you and Danny found.
Yeah, I remember those.
These here. You can
Yeah,
see
I remember
loose
the 12
bullets
gauge,
out
too.
somewhere, yeah.
I remember the 12 gauge. I remember these here. We found 3 or 4 of them
Yeah.
in the same spot.
I've got 2 in a thing in there that I take on to show and tells for the kids.
Yeah.
And then these are the others, yeah. I do a lot of school presentations and stuff for
That's cool.
kids.
That's cool, Jack.
So,
that is cool, man. You do that
That
stuff.
way I can take a show and tell, and
Yeah.
especially West Virginia History Day, I do a lot
Yeah,
of
no
talks.
doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
This is my McCoy cabinet. With except for that gun was from the Buffalo Creek flood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did a story on that
Yeah.
about a week ago, a couple
That's
weeks.
where that gun come from.
Really?
The guy brought it in. He was in the flood. He said it was a sad story. Of course, I had to buy it from him. Everybody comes in here to sell me stuff, not to give me stuff. But he was trying to save a woman during the flood, and he couldn't get her. She was holding on to a pole,
Right.
and unfortunately, she washed down. And he said on his way back out, this gun hit him in the abdomen, and he didn't know what it was. And he grabbed down the water and pulled out that gun, and he carried it out of the flood with him.
Huh.
So
I
that's
guess.
about all I know about it. I've not ran its serial number or anything yet, but I don't think it fires or anything. But it was just
Yeah,
a
I'd be
cool story.
careful.
Yeah. And then, of course, recently, we've been talking about it, but I put it up there. I'm having probably these stupid lights, so that light's laying up against it. But, recently we also had a bridge dedicated to Jack Hatfield, not me.
Yeah, the other Jack.
Yeah, the other Jack. He was Cap's son, or grandson, sorry, Cap's grandson. And he lived down the street here, and when the coal company, Crystal Block Coal Company, when they put in, this is their business certificate, when they put in their coal mine up there, they took his land by eminent domain and built that bridge there to get the coal in and out. So I petitioned the state. It took me 2 years, but I petitioned the state senate and house to name that bridge after him, and finally got it approved. But we had a dedication ceremony a few months back.
It's funny you mentioned the Crystal Block. Crystal, it's a little community, right?
It's right down the street.
Yeah, right up here. Are you familiar with Crystal Block Holler?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The bridge that goes to Crystal Block Holler.
I've got to go up there. I'm doing a story up there today.
Oh, well, you'll see the sign on the bridge. You can show them the bridge.
I've got to go there today.
Yeah, and that's their business certificate for the coal company.
There was a graveyard up there. There's a graveyard up there that got destroyed by a bulldozer. Everyone got lost.
Oh, really?
A bulldozer. They were cutting a gas well, and they just went through there, tore the whole place up with a bulldozer. They
did that too up there at the cemetery. You know that, right? They went cemetery.
Yep. I know they had a bulldozer up there.
About 2000. I think they said 2009. Somebody said.
Yeah.
And a lot of the headstones went missing.
That explains some stuff. We went looking for people that's supposed to be up there.
They're up there. You just won't find them.
That would explain it.
But it was Crystal Block Coal and Coke Company.
Yeah.
And that's their business certificate.
Coke, in case anybody's curious, now it's not cocaine. Okay. You take coal and you do it like, you process it like you do charcoal or wood to make charcoal. And you heat it without setting it on fire, basically, more or less. And it turns into something called coke. And then you put that in a coke oven, and that's how you make steel.
I did not know that. Now that makes sense. Because I always wondered why coke.
Yeah, that's how you make steel. All steel. Yeah. This right here, all steel was made with coke.
Now there's some things we found there from the Civil War. That's a mix, but some of the buttons, remember the uniform buttons back there, and one or two of the bullets.
Yeah, I remember a great big one too. That was the 57 caliber.
Yeah, I think it's this one here on this bottom right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
But the other two, I think I had two that were already dug up, but those came from in there, of course. And this is my coal montage. I got
coal montage. Yeah.
My grandfather's coal mining hat. My great-grandfather, his dad's coal mining hat.
Really?
One of the buddies, our family friend's coal bucket, and then my great-grandfather's coal bucket.
Oh, really?
Down there, yeah.
Really?
From the 1930s.
1930s lunch bucket.
Yep.
What's that right there?
That's a test light. One of these right here.
Oh, okay.
It's so you know how they used to use a canary?
Yes.
Well, they changed to this.
Oh.
So this was a test light. So you would carry that in, and if the flame suffocated and went out, you knew to get the hell out.
Aha. Now, I've heard of using candles for that. Yep, to replace the canary.
Yep, that's what these turned out being. And that's another one down there.
In case y'all are curious about that, you've ever heard of the canary in the coal mine? I don't know if you've ever heard of that saying or not. They would take a canary in a little tiny square cage.
Yep.
And take it in the coal mine with them. If the canary fell over dead, you've got about 2 minutes to get out of there, or you're going with him.
Yes, and that's what this replaced the canary.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I had to save the canary.
See, now I've never seen one of those.
Really?
I have never seen one of those.
Of course, this is coal script. So this coal script set right here is special to me. My grandmother handled those. She worked in that script store in where I grew up in Britton, West Virginia. And I actually, when I was a kid, you got to think this wasn't too long ago. I mean, I was a kid, and that guy the guy that owned that coal store, owned the car wash across the street from us. And he was still living. He was an old man. And I'd go and aggravate the crap out of him all the time as a kid over there running my mouth just talking to him while he's working on stuff all the time. And I never realized, I never knew that he owned a coal company store that my grandma worked in.
Really?
Yeah. And that's the script from that store.
Really?
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah. The guy that old timer I got all this coal script from, he asked me where I was from and asked me if I knew him. His name was Everett Miller. And I said, yeah, I know him and his wife. Well, they were our neighbors, blah, blah. He's like, well, I'm going to send you something special in this order. I said, okay. And he sent me that whole set. And then later on, I was like, Dad, look, did you know Everett Miller had a cold store? He's like, did you know your grandmother ran it? And I'm like, no, I did not.
Yeah.
But that's the coin that we designed. You know, you can get here in the gift shop. Yep. And of course, you know, the whiskey, Jim Beam whiskey decanters from the 70s. We have a lot of those in the gift shop too for sale. I try to watch auction sites. And
what was in that anyway? Straight bourbon?
Straight Beam, yeah.
90?
I don't know.
I think it says 80 proof. Yeah, 86 proof.
86?
Yeah.
I don't know, did you catch this? This is the trunk from Floyd Hatfield's cabin from the hog trial, Floyd.
Yeah, really?
Yep. This was his trunk.
Huh.
And also, too, that ice bucket over there came out of that cabin. I don't know the date on it or if it was his or not. I tried to get a date on this ice bucket, ice chest, but...
Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was a lunch pail. Well, it'd be an awful fancy lunch pail, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's an ice chest, yeah.
You take it in the coal mine, all them other coal miners kick your butt.
Yeah, that and rob you. But that come out of Floyd's cabin, too. I just don't know the date on it. If it was actually Floyd's or one of his descendants. I don't know. These pearls supposedly belong to Polly, Preacher Ance's wife.
Oh, really? Huh.
And then, of course, it's Preacher Ance.
They're all
Polly
the regulars, aren't they? Every one of them.
And that bracelet right there was either her daughter or granddaughters. I can't remember.
Huh. Little charm bracelet. Lois.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then, of course, the Bible belonged to... I think Floyd's son, I think it was, for World War I. That was the standard issue Bible.
Where at?
This little pocket Bible.
Oh, the little one. Oh, I see the little New Testament now.
Yeah, he was interesting. There's some scriptures highlighted and notes he made in it that I don't think he might have been a very good husband. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Yeah, just other things that were found here on the property, you know.
That was really cool, Jack.
My great uncle donated that. That was actually his, and he used it when he was young.
A humidor.
Tobacco box.
Some old pipes, ain't they?
Yep, they were all his.
They've been used. You can tell they've been used.
Oh yeah, he used them quite a bit.
The Prince Albert right beside of it.
But he's like, you can sell it and in the gift shop. I'm like, I ain't selling that. I'm putting it.
So did you ever do the Prince Albert prank call when you were a kid?
No.
Call a store. Do you have Prince Albert in a can when they say, yeah, you better let him out before he dies? And then hang up.
No, we did the refrigerators running.
Yeah, your refrigerator running, you better get.
Yeah, that one's what we did. I remember prank calling that one. I do remember calling that one. This quilt here was owned by one of the McCoys. Right there. She's in the back. She's a very pretty little girl. I have like 4 or 5 more owned by Hatfields and McCoys, but I don't have space for anything. I'm out of space. Yeah, quilt stuff, yeah.
That's a shame, man. You build a new museum and you're out of space already.
Well, thanks to my neighbor who was being a jackass, I couldn't get a bigger building. It's another bridge complication we ran into. But yeah, I have like cold script and stuff that we sell in here. I sell it in sets and coins. Have you seen the paper strip?
Yeah, I've got it. You gave me a book of those. Okay. I've got one of those books
and
you gave
Island
me.
Creek too. Island Creek's really hard to get.
Really? I've got one of them that you gave
Island
me.
Creek is the most rare script that's out there because they melted it all.
Mint condition too.
And burned it. Yes.
They're mint condition. The ones I've got.
I found them in an
just
auction.
like that.
About fell over when I found those.
I bet you did.
This is Island Creek, so.
Yeah.
This was Island Creek Coal Company. Right
yeah, that's the name of the creek.
These are really
out
cool.
here.
Hand me one of the rings, Donna. There's this new guy who we just started carrying his stuff. You see these hearts? These heart necklaces and keychains.
Yeah.
They're made out of West Virginia quarters. Same thing with this. So the pennies cowboy hat pennies.
Uh-huh.
They're but these rings and all
that
these
illegal?
necklaces stuff. I don't know.
The
It's a quarter.
facing currency, I think it is.
Well, we are outlaws.
You didn't do it. You
know,
didn't. You
I didn't do
You're
it.
cool
I'm
either
just
way.
selling it. I'm just
Yeah,
man.
you didn't do it.
So it says West Virginia, 1863. So, but I thought it was just really cool.
It is. It is.
Craftsmanship. He's really talented. Then he made his little bell out of a quarter, West Virginia quarter.
Really?
Yeah. Crazy, ain't it? And this is, I think, made out of a Canadian penny, I think it was. And this one was a West Virginia silver dollar, I think he said it was.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
A silver dollar, huh?
I think it was.
Or 50-cent piece, one of the
I can't remember. And one of the hearts.
That is wild looking.
Yeah, and then of course he makes heart necklaces and keychains with the quarters. And so he's like, I didn't know what to do with the punch out in the middle. Well, the punch out has the New River Gorge Bridge on it.
Yeah.
So he put them in the middle, the New River Gorge Bridge, around the West Virginia quarter. See, West Virginia, 1863.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, he's really talented.
Yeah,
really
he is.
cool.
That is
But,
really impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had those gun ink pens made with their logos on them.
Yeah.
So he's got cold script.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. You got a lot of script.
Yeah, I've got a whole container full. That's not even a...
Yeah, I saw your container in the house.
That's my private collection.
Yeah, I saw that. I seen
Yeah,
your
that's
private.
my private collection. That ain't going nowhere. Yeah, that's even got caps, or not cap. Was it cap? I think it was cap. Yeah, the Blue Goose Saloon. No, it was tennis. Tennis on the Blue Goose Saloon up here in Cow Creek.
Right.
And I got some of the tokens from the cash machine.
Uh-huh.
You know, 5 cent, 10 cent tokens. We didn't know what they were when we dug them up. We found like a whole big stack of them, like 15 of them.
So you about ready for an ice cream?
I am very ready for an ice cream.
Let's get us an ice cream.
Now, did you want an ice cream or an ice cream sundae made with moonshine jelly? Just saying. Moonshine jam, blackberry moonshine jam and jelly. Different flavors of
Do
it.
you want to taste the jam first before you put it on? No, telling myself I gotta put some more on there and forgetting about it.
Alright, sorry guys, my battery overheated and died again.
Yeah, but you got ice cream.
Yes, that's right. We got ice cream.
Yeah, we have.
Mint chocolate chip. Jack wolfed his.
Yeah, I did.
He swallowed his in one good shot.
I'm an ice cream whore, man. But yeah, we got. We just put in all this ice cream. We're carrying 8 flavors, and then of course every topping you could want, or syrup, hot fudge, cherries, nuts, strawberries, pineapple.
It's a good thing for a day like today.
Boy, it is.
That's a good thing to have handy on a day like today.
People have been eating this ice cream up. I ain't had this open maybe a week, and look how much is gone.
Yeah, there.
In like a week.
I bet, man. Weather like this,
I mean, it's
hot.
premium ice cream. You know, it's good stuff.
It is. It really is. It really is good.
But yeah, you know, I make a lot of stuff here on the property ourselves. Like I make these with my laser engraver.
Coal, isn't it?
No, slate.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yep, slate coasters.
Cool.
Yeah, and of course, it showed you our moonshine jam, jelly, moonshine candles.
That looks pretty, don't it? Bubbles in it.
Even like all these stickers and our logos and stuff, you know, we've made these here on site, designed them, and I sent them out to get printed. You know, stickers, shot glasses, all that. Do all those. I made these on the laser in there. Well, I designed all the postcards. I designed all those and had those printed. Of course, you saw the coin we did. Patches. But did I show you, of course, our koozies and our shirts with our logos that everybody loves. But I've been making these in my 3D printer. Check this out. Miniature statues of his statue up there.
Yeah, of the grave marker.
Yeah. I got all the kids' names on it and the Hatfield just like it does up there.
Oh, it's even got the back on it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I had a designer in Morocco, so I had to go to get this designed. And
I guess.
he did an amazing job on the file, but then I have to print them out, you know, in my 3D printer in there.
Right.
I have a resin printer and I print them out in.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I do in my spare time is make
Toys.
Toys.
Yeah.
Just make stuff to sell in a good shop. Of course, yeah, we got kids' toys.
Oh yeah. Hillbilly
Oh,
briefcase.
these are my favorites.
Hillbilly briefcase.
And look, no lie, they are really sewn together to where you could carry it, whatever you wanted in it.
So ladies, if y'all need a new purse,
Here we go.
you know, if any of you ladies need a new purse, here you go.
You know, I thought about taking a brown marker and put some stamps
Ooh, I
on the
dare
bag.
you. I dare you.
I thought they'll probably sell twice as fast if I did. But you know, we even
Hillbilly racing stripes.
we even carry like local artisan jewelry, you know.
Yeah.
So this is all made in Fairmont. This Pretty Pickle. This is butterfly and flower stuff she makes, and this is coal jewelry made with coal. Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we carry a lot of little stuff in here. You could be in here forever.
Yeah, no doubt.
Um,
Donna, we'll see you in a little while. We'll come back and get close up.
I had a local woodworker make these benches.
I was looking at those a minute ago. Those are real pretty, aren't they?
Yeah. Here's the bridge we're making, which will allow me to cut off the historic bridge.
Yeah.
So hopefully by next
Bigger too,
weekend,
a lot wider.
Yeah, this one is 16 feet wide and 40 feet long. But by the time we get it floored, it's going to look like it's 42 feet because it's at an angle and we have to square it off. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know that we should have a bonfire with all this wood here. It's almost $4,000 worth of wood right there.
Right there on top.
Yeah,
That'll
we have a
work.
$4,000 bonfire.
I'm sure it'll work.
I'm sure it'll work too. My dad would cry along with me.
Yeah.
But you know, and this will be just some extra parking, this wide spot here.
Yeah, and you can just come right across the bridge. That'll work.
Yep.
That'll work.
And I thought if we do sell our food truck and offer deli sandwiches, I was thinking about inviting different food trucks here every weekend. Have a different flavor of a food truck every
True.
weekend.
They just park right there.
Park right there, and
It's true.
you know, that way the community and us get to enjoy it. And,
You're doing a lot of good stuff here, Jack.
that's why it's a mess, because I've been trying to get this ice cream in there.
You're doing a lot of good stuff, man.
$6,000 to put in that ice cream.
Really?
Yeah. $2,000 for each freezer.
Well, you
cooler.
probably shouldn't have gave this to me. You probably should have charged me like $2,000.
But, crazy. But we put, you know, everybody loves the moonshine still.
Yes.
And this is a big photo op, so I put the backdrop here of the home place and the
Clan.
family, along with the moonshine still from our buddy Kendall Dingus. This was his, of course. I think we talked about this before.
Yeah. Big Daddy.
Yeah, he loved his thing. Big Daddy. I drank a lot of shine from that thing.
I love this picture.
Yeah.
That little one right there.
Yeah. It's Tennyson Willis, I think they are.
Yeah, they were mad because they wanted to hold guns,
and couldn't.
and nobody would let them hold guns.
Look at Cap's eye. You can tell the injury and the difference.
Yeah, you can't you?
I mean, the picture's been cleaned up, but
Eye is off a little bit.
you can tell it's still.
It's off to the right a little bit.
Yeah, and look how much deeper the indentation is here.
Yeah, the shadow.
Yep.
There's these gem mines.
Gem mine. You can come and mine for some gems.
Bring the kids.
You know, I bought it for the kids, but the adults love it more than the kids.
Really?
Yeah. I'd sell more gem mine bags to the adults than I do kids.
Really? Is there anything cool in them? What's that?
Yeah, they all have some really cool gems in them.
Really?
Yeah, and of
That's
course,
cool.
the more expensive the bucket you get, the more nicer the gems are.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, it has all kinds of gems in it. And some of them are huge chunks, you know, that you could slice them up and use them.
I like the old pump too. It looks cool.
The what?
Old pump looking.
Yeah. And you know what cracked me up? It's completely fake.
Yeah.
When I got
Looks
it,
good though.
I thought it was real, you know, when I got it, but no. But, yeah. It does look cool, though. I do like it.
I smell charcoal. Somebody getting ready to cook, ain't they?
Could be a neighbor, yeah. Or no, you probably smell the food
Oh.
truck exhaust.
That could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Yeah, the food truck, I don't know, it doesn't seem to do as well as I thought it would. So I'm thinking about selling it and just offering fresh deli sandwiches in the gift shop and museum. You know, doing a picnic lunch basket, you know.
Well,
So you can buy
I think what you need is a 200 proof moonshine truck. I bet that'd do business.
I would. You and me will find parking. It would. I keep fighting with not doing alcohol, but I don't know.
Yeah. Things get wild.
Yeah, and I just don't want to put up with it.
And that was just me.
I just don't want to put up with it, you know. And of course, you know, the pole devil ain't shot at over there.
Yeah,
you know,
right there. Bullet holes in it. Yeah.
So what I've been doing too, of course, I got some more signage made. So you missed that, but actually I did signage for the bridge, historical signage telling the story. This is for the well, one for the whole property. And of course, you know, I did the backdrop of the property of what the home looked like right before it burned down in the 30s. That's what it looked like.
That's the house. Remember I mentioned earlier when I was standing over there that the house was, you know, further out.
You're right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good view of it. That was taken from the other side of the road too, wasn't it? Because you can see the bridge.
Yep.
That was taken from right about
Right
there.
yeah.
Right about over there.
Yeah, and then of course you can see this is the original bridge.
Right.
Posts, gas lights, everything's all still there.
That is cool. That is cool.
Yeah, the rock wall around his moat. You can see it, creek.
Hatfield home place, there in West Virginia. I like
Burn
that.
pile with all the boxes.
Yeah, we'll throw some fireworks in that later.
Yeah.
I was telling Jack I brought a whole box of M80s for later.
If they wasn't so close to my, if I didn't have all my bridge wood there.
That's okay. We'll put them in the well and let them off.
Oh Lord. I just built it. I just rebuilt it. Oh, did you see the cool pulley my dad found? The antique pulley he found?
Oh yeah, it was on there when we did the metal magnet.
I don't think that one was.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, we had a tiny little one on there.
Oh.
My dad found this antique one not long ago.
Those of you might have saw our magnet fishing video. We put a magnet down in there.
Yeah.
Fun though.
Yeah, it was
Trying
fun.
to figure out how to get it down in there. It was the interesting part.
Let me let the dogs out.
Who let the dogs out? Now we know.
I'm letting the dogs out. Go potty.
What up, dogs? What up? How's your pups? How's your pups? Little Hatfield dogs.
This white one, she has bladder cancer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this little one here, she's 3. Still love her. Go potty.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a little kissy face.
Go potty. Go on. Go potty.
Well, I better shut this camera down. I think it's got just a fraction of a % or two. So we better shut the camera down before the battery shuts itself down for me.